so much, Alan McManus suggests that Ronnie O'Sullivan will win tonight. But those who ignore Ding's claims do so at their peril.
Yeah, you would never discount Ding tonight. I think Ronnie's a warm favourite, isn't he? But I think Ding Junhui, at times in the last season or two, can be a bit blasé about certain events, but won't be that tonight.
Well, a shot to nothing, essentially. The only problem was he got so close to the red, it stayed in the vicinity of the pocket.
Looking at the path of the cue ball here, Ding. I think priority number one, just pot it. Well, they're playing this with pace. Into those reds. Try and spring the cue ball somewhere. I say, make sure the pot above all. Yeah, again, here you go. Not that difficult a shot, in all honesty. It's a tough one for Ronnie, similar, but again, make sure the pot. The difference was he can play it with pace. He was liable to stick on them.
Black ball.
That seemed to be quite a springy bounce to me, hence he's left the red.
One.
Yeah, it was perhaps more square than springy, I wonder, but good early chance now for Ding, hand on the table. Get a feel for it, conditions out there.
6. Seven.
Yeah, now he's going to play for 2 reds. Right in the left corner, obviously. He'd love to land in the one below the cluster. In fact, he's not playing, he's just playing for the one below the cluster. Perfect.
Well, 12.
I thought in previewing the match, Neil Foulds made a really salient point when he said that only 11 months ago, Ding beats O'Sullivan in the quarterfinals of the World Championship. Not only that, he's also beaten him in a ranking event final in the past. Northern Ireland Trophy in 2006. So he knows what it takes, even though the head-to-head would suggest a rather one-sided progression of results.
One. 28.
Before this, they played 160 frames between them. Ding has won 58, so basically 1 in every 3. Needs to improve on that tonight, obviously.
$36.
Yeah, so the red obviously goes now. He would think he'll be topping this through. Not screwing back, he'll be busy getting on, well, he'll be busy getting top side of the blue, so he's just thinking about which way to play this. I think playing with top, yeah, he is doing. Watch your cue ball.
Seven.
Yeah, not ideal, was it? Good contact off the cluster. Never going to be certain who's going to finish then. The red on the outside will go to yellow pocket. That may be what he's playing for.
Junhui, 37.
Well, no damage done apart from the loss of 7 points. I suppose when you're in a situation like that, Alan, easy to be demotivated because you know it's basically end of break anyway.
Yeah, I don't know if he was playing for one. If he was playing for one, then he hit it way too hard, so perhaps there wasn't anything on. Ronnie looks like he's eyeing up a possible plant. Maybe play it as a shot to nothing, holding for black. Yeah, just much too hard. Forced its way through the meat of the bunch there.
So 2 red spotted from O'Sullivan so far. First time he couldn't see a colour at all. This time he can only see the pink, and it's of no use whatsoever to him. Not a good sign, Alan. He's had 2 reds from distance and he's caught both of them grossly thick.
Yeah, you would normally expect Ding to knock that in. The shot is going to have to nail those tonight if he's going to beat O'Sullivan. So another chance. Cannot keep passing up these chances, Ding.
One.
Almost playing this shot. You're almost playing for the blue to left middle. Watch the cue ball. I think mentally, a lot of players would do that just to help the shot take the pressure off it. Decent position now. Just one good position, real good positional shot away from making it a chance to win this opening frame, and that'll do nicely. Good shot that. All right, you may have to play the cannon, but I think he's bound to land on a red.
Nine.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, I think that will pass.
Ten.
In and around the high value colours that are all over.
คุณจะทำอย่างไรให้การกลับบ้าน3วันทดแทน362วันที่ไม่ได้เจอกันขอว่าเพลงนี้
In and around the high value colours when they're all open. There's no one more reliable. He's the epitome of this kind of precision.
17.
Although Sullivan needed snookers before the disappearance of the pink. Frames over, but just wants to win it as cleanly as possible.
Yeah, you've got to love Ding's technique in and around the pink and black spot. Stings and screws. I always think with Ding, even though he's very compact in the shot,
31.
He gives the cue ball plenty of room. That balance isn't easy.
32. $39.
Just notice as he clears these colours up here, he doesn't overhit shots Ding Junhui. It's like a mini punch, it's not like a solid punch. A different style to Sullivan. We see a lot of them, don't we? But he punches these balls and you hear the leather, the crack of the leather. But then he kind of more floats them and just kind of flicks them in. Different styles. But gorgeous to watch. He's in full flight, this boy.
Well, of course, Asia is the world's most heavily populated continent, and he is the greatest snooker player ever from Asia, which is a real feather in the cap. Anyway, missed ground, but it mattered not. Breaks of 37 and 50. Ding makes a desirable start. He leads Ronnie O'Sullivan by a frame to 0.
Thank you. Second frame. Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
Welcome back to Venue Cymru. A packed house this evening. And there is the reason. Rocket Ronnie O'Sullivan looking to draw level with Ding Junhui. Nothing doing really for O'Sullivan in the first frame. He potted a couple of reds. Dropped on absolutely nothing. This, you know, could be a big barrier for O'Sullivan, because this season he's won 4 ranking tournaments: the Shanghai Masters, the English Open, UK Championship, and more recently World Grand Prix. And every time he's got past the quarter-finals, he's lifted the trophy. So if he makes the semi-finals, basically, he's in the groove.
Beautiful safety shot, Ding. Forcing Ronnie to come up with something here. I don't think he'll be playing the thin one. I think this is half ball in the red. has to avoid the red in the left cushion. Best way of doing that is stick half ball. There's the half ball. And he just managed to slip past the blue. There might be a red on for Ding. There's the left corner. Don't know if he can swing the cue ball around the back of the bunch. That is a bad mistake. Have you been fortunate? You have. Yeah, hand up an apology. Cannot afford mistakes like that tonight. Right, he's gotten away with that one. And if Ronnie behind the green on the baulk cushion here, have advantage because the red on the left side of the cushion is no good to Ding with it touching the cushion. Advantage O'Sullivan.
His safety last night against Dot was beyond description almost. It was not only accurate, but so well conceived. It was as though he was taking great pleasure in it as well.
Yeah, it was a treat to watch, wasn't it? Ding playing the containing safety. That'll do. Should be all right. Let's just keep our eye on Ronnie's sort of demeanour in this type of situation tonight. He's taking his time, picking the right spot to put Ding in trouble. Yeah, send the red up, side and baulk cushion. Deciding to try and lay another trap. Not quite played it as desired. See, look at the left side of the bunch there. He's trying to tempt Ding into playing this thin, banking on that he gets it thick and catches the other red. We'll see if the plan comes together. Ding's wise to it. Good shot. Always thinking, where do I leave the guy that's sitting in the chair? What does he want to play and what does he not want to play? Yeah, clever again. You see that red again on the left side cushion. It's of absolutely no use to Ding. He's playing this, he's playing a possible speculative plant here, but at least he can't cannon that red, so should get the return to baulk. And he gets the plant bonus time. How's the kiss? Oh, not great. Not great positionally, but Pickle in behind the green would do nicely. I say it. I think he definitely tried the plant there, so a good shot, Ding Junhui.
Now, if the reds are all tightly packed together, this wouldn't be too much of a headache for O'Sullivan, but there are plenty of them scattered all around.
Yeah, red near the right pocket he's playing on. Doesn't want a square bounce off the third cushion.
Foul.
Yeah, we'll get another go at it.
Junhui 5. Colin, is that okay?
The referee, Robert Zablotsky, asking Colin Humphreys, who's his marker, to look at the video capture of where the balls were originally. There's Colin going through the procedure. They work as a team, marker and referee. Of course, in non-televised snooker, there is no marker, so the referee has to be Mr. Memory Man.
Yeah, the red that he's trying to get correct, there's no real relevance to the shot or the situation, so as long as it's roughly where it was, that looks all right. So again, let's just look at this now. He plays the same shot. The bounce off the third cushion is going to be vital. The cushions have been misbehaving just a fraction this afternoon's session, so let's watch this. Wants the third cushion to slide south on him. Well, he's not got the pace to reach, I don't think.
Foul and miss. Junhui 4.
You see, you could tell there, 6 feet out he wasn't going to reach.
It just didn't look right, did it? Amazing. Just about 2 or 3 mil short.
Now he's got the line, though. I would confidently say he's going to pull the shot off pretty well. Unless, of course, there's an irregular reaction off the cushion.
Ronnie.
Zablotski just happy there that only the cue ball moved.
Foul and miss. Junhui 4.
Almost a time warp. Exact same result as the previous.
Well, Dean got out of his chair and walked down this side of the table. It was pretty clear that the cue ball was going to go back.
Ronnie.
He just wants to be concentrated here, has to get that gap between blue and black. Yeah, this is better. Good shot.
And given the trouble he was in, 3 misses and 12 penalty points, a more than acceptable trade-off for O'Sullivan.
Medicine time for Ding. Can't do anything with it. So forced into there, almost inviting Ronnie to play a good safety shot. Both reds on the side cushions on the side of the table are quite important here. Just slip past the top edge of the green playing this. And he should have Ding in trouble. He got past the top edge, just. Good shot. Once again, well, the red nearest the blue he can play. Not really playing the pot though. The pot looks a natural in off. Played it thin.
Now that one by his standards was loose. The red that's been left is by no means easy. But it wasn't his best, was it, O'Sullivan?
It's probably a bit unlucky, and Ding can't take it on anyway. There's no future in potting it, so this is a tough one. No, great shot. Very good. The cue ball, where it actually finished, wasn't all that important. That shot by Ding, it was just a case of get it safe. That's very un-Ronnie-like when you take last night's performance into consideration.
Junhui 4.
Actually, you could almost describe that as clumsy. Looking that red over the corner. Now, big chance. 3 or 4 colours to play on here. That's a poor shot. That is not good. Does the pink go? It does, and he's fortunate because I don't think he played for it. Absolutely love the pink spot to be covered here when he pots this.
And at this level, that kind of positional good luck, and as Alan said, that's what it was, can make such an immense difference. It seems subtle. Many people in the audience might think, well, he played for the pink, but clearly he didn't, because he would need to be so accurate, it would be almost impossible to predict he would do so. Caught that 8 on the thick side. I think he's just about got the angle on the black. And alternative colours as well. You see these outrageous flukes and extraordinary fluke snookers, which obviously turn matches at times, but it's that kind of positional twist that can be so important.
That's a fabulous shot, didn't look anything. Now he's in business, got the
22.
And what's the pink on the black spot? He's got it exactly where he wants it now.
23.
40 to 41 the lead. He doesn't really want to play into the 3 reds off this. He may have to, but as I say, he doesn't want to disturb those. He doesn't want to free the pink spot just yet. It looks like as he's forced into playing it.
$29.
Bundles of side and just about enough travel on the cue ball to be ideal on the black. 2-0, looming.
Yeah, I was mentioning about styles and ding around the pink spot, pink and black spot again. So it's these little shots. Look how soft he hits this. That is awful. For Ding Junhui, I mean, it's the worst shot he's played probably this season. Just about to sing his praises about his cue ball control, and that was, by any standards, that was, well, poor.
And we've seen time and time again this kind of pink can go astray so easily. Never threatened, always overcut, and so O'Sullivan has a lifeline. We saw yesterday against Graham Dott, might well have lost the first frame. Dott missed A black, O'Sullivan cleared up with 48 and never looked back. This clearance, the opposite of straightforward, but he's produced so many extraordinary escapes in the past, you never write him off.
Seven. Eight.
Now, probably it's time to try and promote something. That's the 2 in the side cushion. Fabulous shot, absolutely out of this world that shot is. To get both moving and the cue ball back out into play as well was awesome.
He knows that Ding will be sitting in his chair, mulling over that really ham-fisted positional shot, and he knows that if he can take advantage and make him sit there for a while, it might have a long-term effect on the match.
Yeah, and this next red is guaranteed a perfect angle in the black to push the other 2 into play. Worrying times here for Ding. This next shot is massive.
เป็นยังไงอ่ะส่วนฝนโดนเนาะโอ้ยโอ้ยมันยังมันอยู่มันหันอยู่แล้วมันหมากมันอะไรโอ้ยมันสุกว่าเฮ้ของกูเดียวมันบอกว่าว่าดีเนาะ ยับและถ้าเอาหลอดหน้าเปลี่ยน